Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy. Bloop, bloop, that's me. Boop, Debsy. Okay, hey guys, I'm filming this on Sunday, or Saturday, so I hope everybody's having a great day. That's why I have this top on, because I filmed another video today. I do not know when I'm going to put this up, but I feel like this video is going to go up today. The reason being is because it's a very topical subject. I spent quite a bit of the day going down the rabbit hole. Well, when did I find out about this? No. I was on TikTok last night. I saw this story and I immediately was like, no, something doesn't seem right. So it's all over TikTok, and it is a real, true life crime that is playing out now in South Carolina. So here's the basics of it, and then I'm gonna go down the rabbit hole and say some things that I found that I had seen. Okay, so I'm gonna start off by saying allegedly. I'm not saying this person definitely did this. However, it's very suspicious. Everything looks very sus AF. So there's a pastor. His name is John Paul Miller. He's the pastor of Solid Rock Church in Myrtle Beach, North Carolina. His wife, Micah. Okay, so he's a pastor, Solid Rock Church. He does his sermon. Then at the end of the sermon, and just to let you know, the sermon, I didn't see all of it. I saw part of it. And he was animated. He was making jokes. He was laughing. His congregation was laughing. He was calling himself handsome and charming. And then after that sermon, he tells his congregation to stand up, and I'm going to need for you, after I tell you this, I'm going to need for you to leave and don't talk about this in church. Also, I'm going to be taking some time off. I don't know for how long. I need you to keep coming to church, and I need you to keep supporting the church. Meaning, please continue to come to church, serve the church, but also please make sure that you continue to give us your money. He then proceeds to tell his congregation that his wife, Micah, he got a call last night. His wife was found unalived in North Carolina with a GSW, a pew-pew. He didn't say this. He said, my wife was found in North Carolina. It was self-induced. That's what he said. He said, quote unquote, it was self-induced. He then went on to say, as you know, I have mentioned before that she has had mental health issues and she was not able to get her medication. I don't know if he said it was due to cost or what, but she could not get her medication. So, listen, Micah Miller, she was found unalived in North Carolina with a pew-pew, a GSW to the back of the head. Does something not seem right? Like, okay, my mother has seen every single Law and Order episode at least 5 times. Every single one. Plus she watches Dateline religiously. I watch Dateline. I watch court cases with Emily D. Baker. I have watched my share of true crime stories. And I have a functioning brain that tells me, how are you going to shoot yourself in the back of the head? It doesn't make sense. And I also don't understand why why the congregation can't talk about it in the church. That makes no sense to me. It's all suspect. It's all very suspicious and very sus. But listen, here's more. Because Micah Miller, just 48 hours before she was found unalived, she filed for divorce. And she filed for a no contact. Fast forward 2 days later, and she's found unalived. Listen, she had put out there on Facebook, or not on Facebook, but on social media, she had talked about domestic violence. And she had also said to friends and family that if anything happens to her, meaning she's not alive anymore, that he did it and he made it look like it was an accident. And a little bit more information, because I went further back. This is not the first time she filed for divorce. She also filed for divorce last October. That was dismissed. He filed for a separation of support and maintenance for spousal support, so he could get money from her. She did the same. Those were both dismissed. Then fast forward, she filed divorce papers and a no contact order. 2 days later, she's found unalived. I mean, it's a hell of a coincidence. And what about this guy? What about John Paul Miller? Well, here's the thing. Allegedly, once again, allegedly, he met Micah Miller. He met Micah when she was, get ready for it, 14. She was 14, and she was an attendant at his church. He was a grown-ass man of 28. He was also married, and he had children. He was also married, and he has kids. Allegedly, once again, there were charges that were brought up against him. I believe it may have been, from what I understand, at different places that I've seen. Once again, allegedly, I've seen this out on TikTok, but there was maybe some DV against his wife and a litany of other charges. So, and he has already moved on. He is, I'm not gonna say the name of the woman, but he already has been spotted out at a bar, looking not sad at all, smiling, with another woman allegedly, who is allegedly his girlfriend. And it's been rumored that they had already been dating. Like, they had been dating for a while, because this woman, who he is rumored to be with now, she was also married. Her husband was a quadriplegic. I say was. Her husband is no longer with us. He was a quadriplegic. And interestingly enough, his cause of death was drowning. Suicide, they say. Drowned in a pool. You're a quadriplegic. What are you doing in a pool with nobody around? Nobody is around? So people were saying, or it's rumored, that he got too close and he fell in. Once again, what are you doing at the edge of a pool? The only way you're going to fall in is if somebody puts you there and then somebody pushes you in. And it's rumored that the pastor and this other woman were dating at the time of her husband's death. And he actually performed everything for his funeral. And it is alleged that John Paul Miller, the pastor, officiated, what's not rumored, he officiated the wedding of the other woman and her husband. And at the time, there was something going on between the pastor and the other woman. Listen. Am I saying he did it? My opinion, this is looking very suspicious. My opinion, he did it. That's my opinion. Once again, as Tamra Judge would say, it's my opinion. But also, I had just seen a TikTok where apparently somebody had drove past the Solid Rock Church in what was I saying? In Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. They had seen a gentleman moving stuff out of the church. So, is this guy gonna run? There's supposed to be a funeral there for her tomorrow, I think at 3. And is this guy gonna run? I know in the comments when I had seen, because this guy announcing it in church was insane. Once again, he tells everybody to stand up. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't want you to talk about it in church. But I want you to keep coming to church, and I want you to still keep giving money. But my wife was found unalived. It was self-induced, which is a weird way of saying it was self-induced. So is he running? But in the comments, a lot of people were saying that it's giving like Chris Watts vibes. I did not follow the Chris Watts story. I didn't see, so I didn't get the reference, but I mean, I know what he had done, but they were saying that him talking about how they found how his wife was found is reminding them of when Chris Watts had spoken on his wife's demise. So there we go. Once again, it is this has got to be on Dateline, because this is just too no, this is something is going on there. And her family, I guess I had also seen the rumor where he was pushing for a cremation, and her family stopped it, and they are really pushing for him to be investigated, because no ma'am, no. So once again, it's John Paul Miller, it's Micah Miller. It's happening in South Carolina. You might hear something about this. This right here. This is me getting into as much true crime as I'm going to get to probably on this channel. Who knows? So I wanted to get it out though, because I have been falling down the rabbit hole last night and today, and I will probably fall down it even more. So there we go, everybody. I know it's my second video. I hope it gets uploaded quickly, but it's my second video. I will see you tomorrow. And once again, if nobody told you yet today, I love you. You're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put kindness, love, compassion, acceptance, hope, positivity, and understanding out there, so it comes right back at you. Please take care of one another. And also, number 1, please be aware of your surroundings. Number 2, please stay safe. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.